All right, we're at the final stop. Guild Wars 2 in spring and summer of 2024. It's the studio update. But before the studio update, we actually have the trailer for the final patch. The final patch of Secrets of the Obscure. The Midnight King. It's here. We're almost there. Almost at the end of the line. And right as we're at the end of the line, we are probably getting ready and geared to go in to the next expansion. But let's begin with this update. Before that, greetings, Guild Wars community. My name is Josh Davis. That's the person, not me. And I'm the game director for Guild Wars 2. Again, the person, not me. Today, I'm excited to present the spring and summer 2024 studio update and give you the latest scoop on what's coming to Tyria. We got a lot of ground to cover today. From Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure to World versus World versus to player versus player and more. So let's dive right into things. All right, this is the first thing. All right, let's get the Secrets of the Obscure final patch out of the way. So the final update for SOTO, the Midnight King, will arrive next Tuesday, May 21st, a week from today. This content will be available for free to all current and future owners of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. As always, we gotta watch the trailer, so I'm gonna pause this song a little bit. Let's go watch this trailer quickly. All right. That's not good.
Children of Nyos, you have lived in nightmare for millennia now. Not one day longer.
Okay. I like.
Every hour, more of my soldiers die.
Yeah. I wonder why.
I fear we march to our end. And finally, she brings herself before the throne. I've been waiting. Princess of Traitors.
Ooh, okay. So this is actually the story finale. Okay, so I personally have not finished the story past the second patch. I'm at the second patch, second and third patch, which I believe is about, as people tell me, about another 3.5 hours. So I don't actually have much to catch up. From what I understand, a lot of people have predicted that, again, haven't reached here, then this part, just cover your ears a little bit. Right? Pytha is basically either most likely not going to betray the player base. It's actually a clear cut of you just need to help her. She's not actually going to betray you or anything, because the king is the big bad of the story. Very interesting. Okay, I think they're going a very less predictable route, actually, because I think everyone's expecting the betrayal. They went with the route that wasn't, and of course, they probably didn't guess this because this has probably been wrapped up. The story was already set and done months and months ago. So it's interesting how they're doing it. And now, what we get in this update is another extension of Neos, right? The Citadel of Zakiros, okay? Meta event into the Spider's Lair. I'm really hoping this open world event is, worthy of being called an open world event. I feel like right now, Secrets of the Obscure needs a good open world finale event. It's been lackluster from each map. There hasn't really been a good boss. So I'm hoping this is the final one that they can turn it around to give us some decent open world boss from this expansion, right? It's their bread and butter, and I feel like they've under-delivered in open world so far. Tier 2 legendary armor, which is good, which is the Obby armor. New Fractal. This is finally the Lonely Tower new Fractal. New Astral Ward Mastery tier, Wayfinder Mastery. And then we got new Convergence boss and a challenge mode. So we got a CM for Convergences now. Got the new Ranger pet. Of course, at every patch, we get a Wizard's Vault refresh. So we get new rewards for the Wizard's Vault. We got adventures, events, and rewards, more achievements, collections, and relics. This expansion, achievements, has been a very good heavy focus, which I think has been good. There are people from the first release of the expansion patch or expansion release day, where a lot of people said they've gotten a good 20 to 30 hours of content just from the first expansion release, right? And then there's, the patches after felt a little lackluster. They got maybe only a few hours of each of those. Overall, I think when it comes to the collections and achievements, this expansion has delivered in those bits. Open world is a hit and miss. I personally don't think I think the maps are nice. I feel like the open world events tailored on the maps didn't really strike the mark. The armor they did good with. We're gonna see the fractal now. How will that go? The strikes, underwhelming, but the CM for Temple of Phoebe apparently worked out very well. The other strike, the first one, didn't really turn out that well. But overall, maybe another video I need to do of this, another expansion review video. So we'll maybe get to that later. But overall, we are almost done with the meat to the bone. So yeah, that's what we're expecting from this. And I'll probably definitely do an expansion review at some point. These final story chapters will bring the commander deeper into the world of Naos, to the Citadel of Zakros, where the indomitable Midnight King himself resides. These story chapters come with expanded playable space in Inner Naos and a climactic meta event chain. In addition, this release also includes the Lonely Tower, the latest fractal dungeon, the second tier of the legendary Obsidian Armor set, a refresh of the Wizard's Vault rewards and challenges, and the 6 new relics. So we'll be spending the next few weeks monitoring the fractal dungeon and balancing the encounter if needed, and then on June 4, they will introduce the challenge mode. So that's basically 2 weeks after it releases, they're releasing the challenge mode. So that's not bad. That gives them enough time for it. Speaking of challenge mode, we're excited to announce that the May 21 release will also introduce a challenge mode for the squad-based version of Convergences, and it's 5 legendary bosses. Yes, the 5th boss is incoming. So you'll fight amped up versions of each encounter while dealing with stricter resurrection rules. You'll earn extra rewards for your efforts, and achieving a gold ranked clear time on all 5 encounters will net you a new title to show off to all your new pals. I actually like this. I like this. I want to see more squad-based, 50-player squad-based, encounters where you actually, decisions matter. This is nice. The last thing we ever had of anything of similarity was obviously Dragon's End, which did get nerfed, but I'd like to see how this challenge mode goes. This might even give guilds a try-hard thing. This actually gives a reason for guilds to try hard for stuff. We're also adding the in-game leaderboard for all 5 bosses. You can compete with your friends for the fastest clear times and bragging rights. I like this. This, I very much would like to see how it works. Finally, we have the 3 exciting quality of life updates coming with this release. First, squad messages will now appear when hovering over commander icons on the map. This will make it easier to identify the purpose of a squad, especially when you have multiple commanders operating on the same map. That's actually good, yeah. Second, by popular request, we're introducing a nifty accessibility upgrade that allows players to customize the color and shape of the targeting rectile while using the action camera mode. So, if you're using action camera, this is good for you. Finally, we are increasing the guild membership limit from 5 to 6. So, hey, 6th slot. It's finally incoming. And I actually have a video about this recently. So, yeah, looks like we're getting it. The 6th slot finally gets introduced. There you go. I mean, they did say they were going to introduce it anyway, so. World versus world updates. This is actually the action rectile setting. So, good. And then you can customize the color. That's pretty good. I like it. All right, world versus world update. It's happening. We're excited to announce that the world restructuring system will be moving into an always-on beta status, beginning with WvW reset on June 14. Okay, we're actually getting it implemented finally, like now. And in a beta system, actually, this might be the best solution for them to keep working on it without having to just pause every time we get an update, we get a beta. They work it for 2 weeks and then we wait another 2 months. This actually might be the best way. This is actually big. This means that we've confirmed we're going to move away from the current server system immediately into this in literally 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Actually 1 month from today. So this feature has been a long time coming, and there will undoubtedly be kinks that we'll need to iron out to the launch, but making the feature perpetually available to players will allow us to iterate on the system more quickly than the limited events that they've been running previously. For example, we are continuing to hammer out the remaining queue bugs. To further mitigate the queue issue in the short term, we'll add an additional tier to both NA and EU WvW, which will reduce the queue length for maps during prime time. As a note, the end of the final relinking period will be extended from May 31st to June 14. World versus world servers are finally dead, all right? All your beloved servers, my beloved Jade Quarry, your favorite Black Gate, your Magumas, Tarnished Coast, Fort Aspenwood, Yaxbet, Gone. It's finally over. End of an era. And on to the next. So we have a few important changes coming to help prepare for the introduction of world restructuring. We're increasing the guild membership limit from 5 to 6 to give the players for WW added flexibility in creating or joining guilds for world restructuring. Second, we're introducing an in-game timer under the name Next Team Creation Lockout in the guild panel to help communicate when changes to battle guilds will take effect. That's actually good. Gives people a heads up. Finally, to help memorialize the worlds that we've been battling over the past 12 years, you'll be able to don a new title to honor them. Example, Anvil Rock Veteran. These will be available as a free one-time purchase from the Commander Warraiser in WvW. We recognize that the world you consider your home may not be the world you currently reside in, so we're leaving it up to you to choose that title that means the most to you. So choose carefully. Oh man, what a way to end the era. This is actually, it's a bit sad, but at the same time, much needed, necessary update. So I can't wait. Jade Quarry Veteran. I'll see you guys on the battlefield and see what you guys pick. All right, choose wisely. And this is the 6th slot. Next team creation lockout in 11 hours. Yeah, so this is actually good. So you'll actually be able to see when you get locked, you know, the time frame before you get locked out. Pretty good. So the May 21 update also brings some quality of life and balance adjustments, largely in response to the feedback we've been monitoring since our last round of changes on April 16. We're continuing to observe the impact of recent changes and expect to iterate more on WW systems in future updates. The health bar for objective lords will now be displayed in the event UI, making their status much easier to track. Pro tip, clicking the lord's health bar in the event UI will make them your active target. Works for PvE events too. That's actually nice because WW is such a mess to click on them. Siege disruptors will now be unblockable. We're increasing the base level and tier 3 supply capacities for keeps by 50 and increasing the amount of supply granted by the supply drop tactic by 100 to add some power back to defending. The chilling fog activator now heals allied players every few seconds for its duration instead of chilling any enemy players. Oh, okay. That's a huge turnaround. We're also planning a round of WW changes for the July 16 release that are focused on scoring adjustments. We'll be back in a few months to talk about those changes in more details. Alright, so WW is picking up all of a sudden. Player versus player updates. So, PvP on June 25 will be introducing some quality of life and rewards improvements in preparation for the start of the next rank season on July 2. To add some new build options, we're introducing 2 new attribute amulets. So we got the Heretic, which will be 1000 power, precision, 500 healing, and 500 ferocity. Tyrant amulet, which will be 1000 power, condition, 500 precision, and toughness. And adding the Ogre and Tormenting runes to those. On the front, we are, for the rewards, our goal is to make Ascended armor and weapons more accessible in PvP by increasing the number of Grandmaster marks that can be earned each season and decreasing the number of Ascended shards of glory needed to purchase the Ascended armor and weapons. I like this. This is good. This would allow even players who are new to PvP to just quickly dip their toes, get their PvP, and if they like it, great. If they don't like it, they could, you know, do some other content. We'll also be introducing reward track potions and adding new sources for karma from PvP rewards. Finally, the prestigious colored titles we've added for WW and Endgame PvE will be updating the Champion Brawler title awarded for winning 10,000 rated arena games to a colored version. It's nice if you're a PvP gamer. This is a good plus for you. In the July 16 update, we'll also adjust the frequency of daily automated tournaments to consolidate teams into fewer events and increase the competitiveness. We'll also add a new weekly tournament event on Sunday in each region that features increased rewards. This seems like a good time to mention that we'll also be bringing back the Tournament of Legends events on a twice yearly cadence. I'll be back in the near future to confirm the next event date. Oh, wow. PvP. They're actually giving a lot of love to this game mode all of a sudden. Nice. Okay. We'll also address some long-standing feedback on the Jin's Dominion map in the July 16 update by making some improvements to the secondary map objective and the associated special action skills. Yeah, this map is a little bit of a meme, but yeah. Skills and balance update. So on our next set of skills and balance updates, they'll arrive on June 25. We're primarily focused on improving the usability of underpowered skills, utilities, and traits, and bringing in outlier builds where necessary. As usual, the skills and balance team will be live on Twitch next Friday, May 24 at noon Pacific. To give a preview of the update, and then the release notes preview will be live on the forum shortly after. So we'll see you there. And with that, they will leave us with this. Wow, okay. Nice. This is the Citadel at the final map of Inner Naos. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Kit? Hello. Hype for PvP and WvW. I like it. Finally. So, here's the full schedule of events and bonuses coming to Guild Wars 2 in the next few months. So we got June 4 to June 25, Dragon Bash. July 2, we got the start of PvP Conquest Season 42. July 2 to July 9, Sunken Treasure Week. We got July 9 to July 16, Dungeon Rush Bonus Week. July 16 to July 23, PvP Bonus Rush Week, right? July 23 to July 30, the Living World Season 3 bonus event. And then July 30th to August 20th, Festival of the Four Winds, as always. So, hey, better sell out your infusions now before they go back down in price. So, this is also their handy event calendar to keep tabs on all of this. They actually have, wow, they have a calendar. Nice. Very good. So, you could keep all of this with the calendar. And aren't you forgetting something? All right, next, what happens after the Midnight King? Well, you'll find out soon. As it turns out, in the next few weeks, we'll post a development retrospective blog post for Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure that talks about what we've learned in the process and how we'll be taking those lessons forward in our next expansion. Shortly after that, you'll get your first look at what the next expansion has to offer. Between that and everything we talked about above, it's shaping to be an exciting summer. As a final note, I'd like to take a moment to extend a heartfelt congratulations to 4 remarkable individuals who recently celebrated their 20-year anniversary working at ArenaNet. Tammy Foote, the environmental art lead, Aaron Coberly, art director, Andrew Frosty Gray, the lead designer, and Matthew Medina, narrative designer. Thank you guys for an undying dedication, creativity, and passion. And here's to many more years of crafting incredible experiences together. And to our community, as always, thank you for the continued support. We'll see you in the game. Josh, not an actual Grouch Davis, game director. All right, that was quite actually a lot to take in for the studio update. We not only got the final update coming up with the new final portion of the map, the second tier of the Obby armor, the final relics, the mastery, but we also got all the stuff that comes after, right? We got all these like mini bonus events and stuff to work on. WvW, we're finally working with world restructuring beta mode, but that means we're finally moving on from the era of servers. Servers are no longer here. Say goodbye. Pick your title. Jade Quarry Veteran, that's the title I'm picking. That's mine. So yeah, it's finally happening. We're getting the 6th slot as well. We're getting a time frame to tell you when the next lockouts are. PvP, big stuff, the twice a year. We're getting Tournament of Legends. We're getting PvP, a reward progression in updates. We're getting some nice little additions for long-time PvP players. Lots to take in with this. And just as we're done, I'd say, yeah, around the corner, I would not be surprised if right around June, we actually start getting into knowing what we're going to expect in August for the next expansion, because we're going to be pumped up with the content now. And I expect sometime in June. So, yeah. And we're taking sure that you'll get a first look at what the next expansion has to offer. That, yeah, probably comes out in June. I predict this will be in June, because then you have like a good 2-month time frame to start promoting it. So that's it. That is your blog post, your studio update, your spring-summer 2024 schedule for Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. The final push for final Secrets of the Obscure patch. All of that. WvW, PvP. All those updates. So, until then, tell me what you guys think about this. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you enjoy it? Until then, I'm GuildMM, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care, gamers.